All right, everyone. Welcome to the regular monthly meeting of the Board of Commissioners held for the purpose of transacting the general business of the township. Today's date is June 10, 2026. The meeting is being held in the Springfield Township building and is also being offered in a live streaming feature. The meeting will also be made available on the township's website beginning tomorrow morning. Comments will not be accepted remotely during the meeting, but instructions for submitting public comment in advance of tonight's meeting were provided as part of the posted agenda. Mr. Taylor, can you summarize any public comment received prior to this meeting?
Yes, Madam President, we had one public comment, was from an Erdenheim resident, and it was regarding the deer management report that was given on Monday evening. The individual expressed the disappointment that the deer eat their landscaping. And what I understand, there's a commissioner amongst us who would share the same thoughts.
Join the club of people, plants getting eaten. Thank you for summarizing that. At this time, stand and join the Board of Commissioners in a moment of silent reflection to honor the servicemen and women who place themselves in harm's way in order to help preserve our safety at home and overseas. Please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
At this time, I'll entertain a motion dispensing with the reading of the minutes of the previous meeting as written and recorded in the official minute book of the township.
So moved.
I have a motion. Do I have a second? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 I'll oppose, say nay. Hearing none, please record a unanimous vote. I have a few announcements here. First, the Board of Commissioners conducted an executive session as part of our June 8, 2026 workshop meeting to discuss two personnel matters. The next announcement is regarding the swimming pool pass. The Board of Commissioners is pleased to announce that a limited number of single-day swimming pool passes will be made available this summer for Springfield Township residents to obtain access to the Flowertown Country Club. The passes will be made available at the Free Library of Springfield Township from June 15 through September 4th. The passes are not available on June 20th, July 3rd through the 5th, or July 12th. I believe there are two of them. And they are for 2 adults and 3 children each, and that will soon be available. All right, the board is now open to comments or questions from the public. The board draws particular attention to those items listed on the agenda this evening. And please be advised that once the committee reports begin, the board can no longer accept questions from the floor. Conclusion of the committee reports, public comments will once again be accepted. However, official action on those issues listed on the agenda will have already taken place. Therefore, if you wish to comment on an agenda item, now would be the appropriate time. Seeing no individuals in this room, we're going to move to committee reports. And I guess I will start. I am the chairwoman of the Community Development Committee, and start first with resolution number 1693, Grove Avenue right-of-way. I move that the Board of Commissioners adopt resolution number 1693, a resolution accepting the dedication of a portion of Grove Avenue right-of-way measuring 500 square feet in size. The area offered for dedication is shown on the plan of subdivision for the property at 28 Grove Avenue, Flowertown, prepared by Charles E. Shoemaker, Incorporated, dated January 8, 2026, last revised April 20th, 2026. At the April 8, 2026 meeting of the Board of Commissioners, the board granted preliminary final subdivision land development approval for the subject property, and prior to the recording of the plans, the area between the existing and ultimate right-of-way must be offered for dedication to the township. That is my motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Any questions or comments on the motion? All right, all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. Hearing none, please record a unanimous vote. Next, regarding Fox Lane Homes at Willow Grove, I move that the Board of Commissioners authorize the execution of an indemnity agreement with Fox Lane Homes at Willow Grove for the installation and maintenance of stormwater facilities within the Willow Grove Avenue right-of-way. At the January 14, 2026 meeting of the Board of Commissioners, the board granted preliminary subdivision land development approval for the property at 1797 Willow Grove Avenue in Winmore. The approved plan calls for the subdivision of a 12.85 acre parcel of land in both Cheltenham and Springfield Townships that will be improved with 48 age-restricted carriage homes in Cheltenham Township and a single-family detached home in Springfield Township. As part of the project, the developer will be constructing a new private road and storm sewer facilities that will require a highway occupancy permit from the Pennsylvania Department of Transportation, also known as PennDOT. PennDOT requires the township to be responsible for the design, construction, and future maintenance and repair of the stormwater facilities. Fox Lane Homes at Willow Grove has agreed to indemnify, defend, and hold the township harmless from all costs or liabilities to which the township may be responsible. That is my motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Any questions or comments on the motion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. Hearing none, please record a unanimous vote. Next is regarding the Willow Grove Commons land development. I move that the Board of Commissioners adopt resolution number 1694, a resolution granting preliminary final land development approval for the consolidation of 4 parcels comprising approximately 2 acres situated at 1005 through 1043 Willow Grove Avenue in Winmore. The plans call for the removal of 3 existing buildings and construction of 1 4-story mixed-use building consisting of 2,510 square feet of retail space and 2,500 square feet of office space on the ground floor and 21 apartments on floors 2 through 4. Additional improvements include the construction of 85 parking spaces, stormwater management facilities, and landscaping. That is my motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Any questions or comments on the motion? I will just comment that we did have a discussion about fee in lieu of dedication and trying to figure out any other avenues to capture a benefit to the township through whether it's through a pathway or easement or any other manner that we could figure out a way for people in the community to move through that property and better utilize that space since it does abut Veterans Park and Veterans Memorial. And I think we've diligently spent time looking through that and didn't necessarily have a resolution, but, I think we'll continue to keep an eye on that space and it's going to be an important part, an integral part of Winmore and of the Willow Grove stretch and try to work with any future owners should an opportunity arise. That's just my comment. All right. There's been a motion. There's been a second. Comments conclude. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? All right, hearing none, please record a unanimous vote. At this time, we will move to the chairman of the Administrative Fiscal Affairs. That concludes my report. The chairman of the Administrative Fiscal Affairs and Zoning Committee, Commissioner James Lee.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. 2 items this evening. First, the bill listing. I move that the Board of Commissioners approve the May check reconciliation in the amount of $788,733.86 and the June bill listing in the amount of $1,310,035.86. That is my motion.
We have a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Any questions or comments on the motion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. Hearing none, please record a unanimous vote.
Second item, I'd like to announce that the Springfield Township Zoning Hearing Board will meet on Monday, June 29th at 7 p.m. in the Springfield Township Building to receive testimony on 2 applications. The first, case 26-12, application of Ariel and Timothy Saber, owners of the property located at 323 Garth Road in Orland. The applicants seek approval to construct an addition to the side of the home that would encroach 2 feet into the required 10-foot minimum side yard setback and reduce the aggregate yard setback to 23 feet instead of the required 25 feet. Second is case 26-13, the application of Julian Toll, owner of the property located at 1104 Cromwell Road in Winmore. The applicant has requested approval to install an 8-foot high fencing along the side and rear property lines to enclose the rear yard. Proposed fencing will not extend into the front yard setback area. Copy of the applications and plans are on file in the Code Enforcement Office, may be viewed during normal business hours or accessed on our township website. And that concludes my report.
Thank you, Commissioner. Next, we move to Commissioner May, Chairman of the Environmental Resources Committee.
Thank you, Madam President. I'll first begin with the recycling report. During the month of May 2026, Springfield Township residents recycled 152.66 tons of material with a household participation rate of 68.2%. The net cost for the month was $14,838.92. Next, I'd like to talk about grass cycling. Board of Commissioners would like to encourage all residents to practice grass cycling. Grass cycling is the practice of leaving grass clippings on one's lawn to naturally decompose and add nutrients. Grass is 80% or more water and has a high nitrogen content. Grass clippings break down easily and are returned to the soil within 1 to 2 weeks. The clippings act as a fertilizer supplement and mulch for lawns. Grass cycling also reduces the use of plastic bags for disposal and reduces the amount of refuse that must be disposed of by the township at the present cost of $86.48 per ton. I would just add, I do grass cycling myself. It disappears in a heartbeat, and if I do it in the morning, by the afternoon, it's almost invisible in my yard. So, it is something that's very good.
And can I add? Your lawnmower should be at the highest height. People cut their lawn and they bring it low, and then you got a bunch of hay and stuff on top. Cut it at the highest height. It's better for the grass and it's easier for grass cycling. Highest height, everybody, please.
There you go.
Any other dad advice here? I'm just kidding. Father's Day's coming.
Get out there and mow at 6 a.m. with a old school non-motor.
Get your
mower.
workout in.
All right, next up, regarding the Environmental Advisory Commission. I move that the Board of Commissioners reappoint Joy Berge to a new 3-year term of service as a member of the Springfield Township Environmental Advisory Commission. The new term of service for Ms. Berge would expire on June 14th, 2029. That is my motion.
We have a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Any questions or comments on the motion?
I would just add that we also do have another vacancy. Martin Ryan, who has been a longtime member of the AC and been incredibly helpful across a variety of different projects and everything, has decided not to extend his service to another term. So we will have an opening. We do have people who've been showing up to the meetings, but anybody else who would like to be involved, it's always welcome. We'd love to have some more people volunteering there, and that has been a pretty prolific group, a pretty prolific advisory group who's brought a lot of good to the township. So, anybody who really wants to contribute to the township, it's a good avenue to take.
And I would just add that Joy herself has just contributed so much, has really led the way on solar project, for example, and has just really saved the township a lot of money by just sheer will and force and volunteer hours. And so we appreciate everyone's help in that regard. Any other comments? All right, all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. Hearing none, please record a unanimous vote.
Thank you. And then next is a resolution number 1695 regarding community choice aggregation. I move that the Board of Commissioners adopt resolution number 1695, a resolution supporting legislation to permit municipalities to pool the electricity demands of residents and small businesses in order to negotiate the purchase of bulk electricity rates on their behalf. At present, only municipalities organized pursuant to the Borough Code are permitted to purchase bulk electricity on behalf of their residents. That is my motion.
We have a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Any questions or comments on the motion?
I guess I would just add that this is something that's just supporting the legislation that would allow us to do this. This is not a resolution where we're opting to go about community choice aggregation. It's something that I think the Board of Commissioners could be interested in, but something that still requires a lot more research and information gathering at this point in time.
Brendan, I think maybe we could just make a brief comment that it's kind of the flip side of the energy choice program that we now have. Instead of individuals choosing the energy supplier a community could.
Right.
Right.
Right, which in the past, there has been a lot of the push for being able to choose different things. But, this just could give communities a lot more leverage in negotiating better prices.
I was just gonna say the aggregation element is to aggregate demand so that we just have better bargaining power as a collective group of communities. But again, reiterating that this is not a participant, a resolution for participation, just to support the concept and to allow for future state legislation to move forward in that direction.
So that it is something that we could consider in the future.
All right.
That's it.
All right, we have a motion. Do I have a second? I think I did have a second, and we've now concluded comments. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. Hearing none, please record a unanimous vote.
And that will conclude my report.
Thank you, Commissioner. Next, we move to Commissioner McNamara, Chairwoman of the Public Safety Committee.
Thank you, Madam President. This evening, I have two announcements. The first is regarding the Public Safety Forum. Springfield Township Police Department and the Board of Commissioners have launched a collaborative public safety forum to share information with the public and to provide a community space for discussion and feedback regarding policing and public safety in the township. The forums allow for in-person engagement with the police officers to enhance knowledge and understanding of law enforcement roles and responsibilities. The next Public Safety Forum will be held Thursday, June 18th at 7 p.m. in the Springfield Township Building and will feature a presentation on traffic, speed education, and enforcement. Additional forums are planned as follows. Thursday, September 17th, the topic will be preventing vehicle theft and thefts from vehicles, followed by one on Thursday, December 17th, focusing on crimes against the elderly and care-dependent people. Each forum will conclude with a question and answer session and an informal meet and greet with members of the police department and other public officials. A remote viewing option will also be available through Zoom, accessible through the township website. Please refer to the township's website and social media platforms for additional information as each forum date approaches. The second reminder is for National Night Out. The Springfield Township Police Department will celebrate National Night Out on Tuesday, August 4th, 2026 from 6 to 9 p.m. at the Springfield Township Municipal Campus. National Night Out is a community building campaign that promotes police community partnerships and neighborhood camaraderie to make our neighborhood safer, more caring places to live. National Night Out enhances the relationship between neighbors and law enforcement, providing a great opportunity to bring police and neighbors together under positive circumstances. This year's celebration will feature free food, music, games, and more. And hopefully we will not run out of ice cream. Like we did last year. Thank you. That concludes my report.
All right, thank you, Commissioner. Next, we move to Commissioner Goldberg, Chairman, Next, we move to Commissioner Morris, Chairman of the Cultural Resources Committee.
Thank you, Madam Chairwoman. I have no report.
All right, thank you so much. Now we move to Commissioner Goldberg, Chairman of the Parks and Recreation Resources Committee.
Thank you, Madam President. I move that the Board of Commissioners authorize the Spartan Lacrosse Club to construct a storage shed and bounce back wall at Cisco Park, Erdenheim. Both the storage shed and bounce back wall shall be located at the upper playing field closest to Paper Mill Road in an area adjacent to Paper Mill Run. Approval to construct both structures is conditioned upon the following. Number one, the shed shall be no larger than 12 feet wide by 20 feet long by 15 feet high, and the bounce back wall shall be no larger than 15 feet high by 36 feet wide. Number two, the structures shall be installed so that they do not increase the base flow elevation or obstruct the flow of floodwaters. Number three, the Spartan Lacrosse Club shall obtain all required permits and shall comply with all local and state regulations necessary for the construction of both of the structures. And number four, the Spartan Lacrosse Club shall enter into a maintenance agreement to be prepared by the Springfield Township Solicitor. That is my motion.
We have a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Any questions or comments on the motion? I just would ask, did they basically conclude that was their preference since Monday to today, as opposed to the other option that was closer to?
I think they were good with either option, and I thought that the preference of the board was to have it over by the creek so that it was a little bit more hidden. The only challenge to that is we have to verify that it's not in flood.
Okay. That was my follow-up question. Is there something we need to do to protect the floodplain other than work with you on that.
Yeah, we're gonna ask the township engineer to verify the elevation of that area, because it sits at a considerably higher elevation than opposite side of the paper mill.
All right. Any further questions or comments?
I was just gonna add that, the Spartan Club has been around for, I think, at least 25 years. They've been a great partner in the community, somebody that we've been able to rely on. My own son played 2 years with the Spartans and had a great time. So, it's not a fly-by-night operation coming in here to erect something on our public lands. They've been great stewards.
No, they have,
Agreed.
they have a really large number of families.
Yep.
And you can see it, with the little kids play on the upper field. So it's really
Yeah.
kind of cool.
Well, congratulations to them and their efforts to fundraise for this effort. So
Great.
all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed, say nay. Hearing none, please record a unanimous vote.
Hey. Madam President, I have another motion.
Carry on.
Okay. I move that the Board of Commissioners authorize the execution of a riparian habitat restoration agreement with the Community Canopy Project and its partners to undertake riparian tree and shrub planting activities at Mermaid Park, Windmore. The riparian planting project shall be completed in accordance with an undated proposal prepared by Karen Kabnick, PhD, and shared with the Board of Commissioners at its June 8, 2026 meeting. Prior to executing the agreement, it shall be in a form acceptable to the township solicitor. That is my motion.
We have a motion. Is there a second? Any questions or comments on this motion? All right. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. Hearing none, please record a unanimous vote.
That concludes my report.
All right. Thank you, Commissioner. And finally, we move to Commissioner Kirk, Chairman of the Public Works and Facilities Committee.
Thank you, Madam President. I have one item for the board's consideration this evening. I move that the Board of Commissioners authorize the execution of a fuel use and reimbursement agreement with the Police Chiefs Association of Montgomery County to permit the refueling of a personnel carrier and command vehicle utilized by the Montgomery County Major Incident Response Team, or MERT. Pursuant to the terms of the agreement, fueling operations are limited to a designated vehicle, MERT 20, and the township shall be reimbursed for all fuel charges within 30 days. The Police Chiefs Association of Montgomery County provides logistical support for municipalities through the Montgomery County Major Incident Response Team, or MERT, to handle large-scale crowd control, homeland security emergencies, and disaster and/or crime scene security. MERT will be activated on a regular basis to assist with the FIFA World Cup events occurring Sunday, June 14th through Saturday, July 4th. That is my motion.
We have a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Any questions or comments on the motion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. Hearing none, please record a unanimous vote.
That concludes my report.
Thank you, Commissioner Kirk. At this time, the board is once again open to receiving public comment. Seeing, once again, no one has entered the room. Public comments have concluded at this time. I want to make a couple quick notes and then we will conclude. Happy Pride, Happy Father's Day, and an early happy Juneteenth ahead of our 250th anniversary. I realize we are not doing anything specific here in the township, but there are events all across the county to engage in. And
Orland Parade.
Orland Parade.
The
On July 4th.
Well, that's true. Orland's July 4th. And obviously, we are very close to the birthplace of America. And we hope to see everyone out there celebrating the 250th anniversary. At this time, unless there's any other comment. Go ahead.
I have one thing. Mike, for Juneteenth, is the township closed that day?
Township is closed that day.
Okay, I have an announcement that I prepared in
All
light of
right,
that.
beautiful. Please.
As a reminder, Springfield Township offices and operations, as well as the free library, will be closed on Friday, June 19th, 2026, in observance of Juneteenth. The library's book drop will also be closed during that time. In addition, there'll be no refuse, recycling, or leaf waste collection on Friday. Residents with Friday collection should place materials by the curb by 7 a.m. on Monday, June 22nd for pickup. Leaf waste collection may experience slight delays. If your leaf waste is not collected on Monday, please leave it at the curb until it's picked up. And I would just like to say that as we observe Juneteenth, we recognize the importance of this day in our nation's history. Juneteenth commemorates the end of slavery and serves as an opportunity to reflect on our shared values of freedom, equality, and opportunity for all. I think I speak for all my colleagues when I say that we join our community in honoring this important holiday.
Thank you so much. I really
said.
appreciate that. Well said. I really appreciate that. All right. If there's no other comment this time, I will accept a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
There's a motion. Do I have a
Second.
second? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All right. Meeting has been adjourned. Thank you.
All right.